Hello, I'm Meghan Schiller from KDKA-TV News, and this is your KDKA News Now update. I've got your top headlines and the latest weather forecast. Tonight, a family is grieving after an overnight fire in Jeanette took the lives of a father and his 4 children. They are Tyler King, 7-year-old Kyson John, 6-year-old Kinsley John, 3-year-old Keegan John, and 1-month-old Corbin John. A mother and 2 other children were rescued from this fire. Shelley Boards talked with first responders on the scene.
This is all that's left of a home where that young couple lived with their 6 small children. Now, people have been stopping by here all day, placing balloons, flowers, candles, and teddy bears as a tribute to the lives lost.
It's just heartbreaking. My heart goes out and my prayers go out to the family.
Firefighters got to the Guy Street home within minutes of the 12:02 a.m. 911 call, but it was already fully engulfed. Flames so intense, the father and 4 of his young children were trapped inside. The mother and 2 other children were able to escape through a 2nd-story window and were rescued.
But the heat was so intense, it was fully engulfed. It was so bad. All that's left is the chimney. And the neighboring house is a total loss also.
The Westmoreland County coroner identified the victims as 27-year-old Tyler King, 7-year-old Kyson John, 6-year-old Kinsley John, 3-year-old Keegan John, and 1-month-old Corbin John.
We had to take our time, and it took some time, but once we were able to find where they were located, we got them home.
Deaths of young children are among the worst cases first responders can encounter. As firefighters and police officers arrived here, we're told they heard screams coming from inside the home, but because of the intense flames, they were unreachable. That's something these men and women will have to live with the rest of their lives.
People don't understand with these first responders. It's not an 8-hour day job. They go home, they bring it with you. They can't turn it off.
In a statement to KDKA-TV, the Westmoreland County Department of Public Safety says these traumatic incidents take a toll on our first responder community. We encourage all of those involved to take advantage of the mental health services offered within the county. We must care for our first responders in the same way they care for our communities. No word yet on how this fire started. We're working to get an update from the State Police Fire Marshal's office. Now, it's important to note we did ask the fire chief if there were any working smoke detectors in this home. Now, he said he wasn't certain, but he did add when his crew pulled up here, they didn't hear any. Reporting in Jeanette, Shelley Boards, KDKA-TV News.
We are also hearing from family members of those killed. Erica Stanish met with them this afternoon.
I'm told the mother is in stable condition and her 2 remaining sons, 10 years old and 1-year-old, are in critical condition in the ICU. And tonight, family members tell me they're asking for prayers and strength as they mourn the loss of their loved ones. Family members gathering outside the home where they lost 5 of their loved ones overnight in a deadly fire. Miranda John and her 2 sons survived the blaze and remain in the hospital. Her cousin meeting with KDKA Wednesday to share more on those who lost their lives.
A mother lost 4 of her beloved children and the love of her life. For the last 12 years, Miranda and Tyler shared a love that most dream of. Tyler was an amazing, kind-hearted person who always had a smile on his face.
Tyler was the father to their 6 children, 4 of whom also lost their lives, ages 7, 6, 3, and a 1-month-old baby girl.
Kinsley was a spunky spirit and spitting image of her mother, a small but mighty and loved being a cheerleader. Kyson would melt you with a look, a child of few words but said the most. He had an artistic spirit and loved drawing. Keegan was a spitfire and a daddy's boy who loved dinosaurs and fighting with his cousin Leia. Corbin was only 1 month, but was the piece that truly completed the family.
Now, they say they're asking for prayers as they work through this tragedy.
We're all just trying to rally around each other. We're just praying for both the ones that we lost and the ones that are still here, just trying to all stick together through this.
Family says anyone who would like to make clothing donations can do so at Cecilia's Main Street Tattoo in Ligonier, and monetary donations can be made to the Elliott Company Federal Credit Union in Jeannette under Jeannette Fire Survivors. Several local businesses are also collecting donations, with all the proceeds going to the family. We have that information on our website, KDKA.com. Reporting in Jeannette, Erica Stanish, KDKA-TV News.
And now here's First Alert meteorologist Ray Petlin with a look at your weather.
We've been watching some snow and popping up just outside of Jefferson County. Now, mind you, Du Bois was getting some pretty hefty snow that has started to move a little more to the east, but this blue box, that's sort of the winter version of a severe thunderstorm. It's what we would call a snow squall warning. This warning on I-80 heading towards State College, and that's where you're getting some pretty hefty snowfall that's likely hitting the ground and accumulating because it can't melt fast enough. But elsewhere, the snow is becoming a little more spread out, and that's going to continue to be the case as our precipitation winds down here over the coming hours and we dry it up and start to clear it out overnight. We have these winds out of the northwest, though, and that's been giving us that lake effect flow because these winds have been so cold. But we have 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Pittsburgh, 43 up in Youngstown. So we're not quite done with the wind gusts just yet, but overnight they will start to ease. And once we hit tomorrow, 10, maybe 15-mile-per-hour winds at times, but this is going to be one of those setups where the winds tomorrow are going to be a far cry from the winds we've had today, where it's been quite gusty. It feels, because of the winds and the colder temperatures, like 28 in Pittsburgh, like 27 in Katanning. Beaver Falls feels like 29, but look at Du Bois. 15 is what it feels like there. So certainly some wind chills, and I think most of our wind chills by early morning will likely be down into the teens. We're still finishing up on some snow and a couple sprinkles. Pittsburgh at the airport, some flakes. Du Bois as well as Franklin. Actual temperatures not accounting for the wind chill, generally in the mid to upper 30s, although down to the south it's a little warmer, and up to the north we're already seeing some 20s up there, and temperatures tonight are easily falling into the 20s, with some spots even trying to touch into the teens. Again, not accounting for the wind chill. High temperatures tomorrow, only upper 30s and low 40s, so this is going to be a colder type day. It's going to be weird, though, because tomorrow's one of those days that's going to have the bright sunshine going off, but you step outside and you're going to be feeling the cold temperature. So deceptive sunshine for tomorrow with those chilly conditions and a little breeze to go along with it. But when it comes to tonight, our temperatures, again, falling down to the mid-20s. Any of the leftover snow or even sprinkles that are around right now, those are going to wrap up. The winds are going to ease up, and I think once we get into tomorrow, it'll be a fine-looking day, and as long as you don't mind chilly temperatures, it should be a nice day all around. Temps low 40s with that bright sunshine. Clouds return Friday evening into Saturday morning. We will see some showers. From there, we clear it out for the second part of Saturday and the beginning of next week. Abundant sunshine and a nice warm-up as temperatures return to the low 60s on Monday. A little more cloud cover and some showers Tuesday and Wednesday, but those 60s look to stay through the middle of next week.